So my sniper experience really started in the Marine Corps, but that was kind of more of a passing out the door kind of thing. That's what whet my appetite really for becoming a sniper. It wasn't even on my radar screen prior to that short exposure to a sniper platoon. But once I got into law enforcement, went through a couple different agencies before I landed at the agency I spent 20 years with, and pretty much the entire 20 years I was doing my initial training, and then boom, I was on the SWAT team and assigned to the sniper team and spent, you know, the bulk of probably 18 and a half years as a SWAT sniper. Yeah, it's not like what you would think. I mean, there are times that definitely could fit that role, but more times than not, your job involves intelligence gathering. Whether it's military or law enforcement, really it's the same thing. You're there to be unseen, and when you're unseen, you get the best intelligence. So camouflage is a really important aspect. Ultimately, you're an intelligence gatherer first. You're a resource of leadership, whether it be a SWAT leadership or a battalion commander. You're there to give them eyes and ears to what they can't see on whatever battlefield you're at. 62 yards. Yeah. So, you know, which is probably a little bit above the average length of police sniper engagement. You know, there have been some longer shots for sure, but those are extremely rare. Most of them are point blank. You know, 62 yards for me was, you know, from one street, crossed an alley to a house on the next street over, and that was just because the only spot that I could really set up and watch, almost like a loophole type of setup of the back door of this particular armed and barricaded subject's house. So first shooting was a armed and barricaded guy. He had tried to kill his wife, and then as soon as the first patrolman arrived on scene, he began shooting at him. Of course, he was able to pull back and not get hit by the fire, and over the course of 4 or 5 hours, he fired somewhere around 40 rounds at us, through the walls, through the windows, through open doors. Just, you know, was really pretty savvy as far as how he maintained his cover and concealment. Nobody ever saw him actively shooting. He was always hidden inside the house when he was shooting at us, until that one time that he exposed himself and I shot him. My second guy was the fast style deployment. He was a murder suspect, had taken a hostage, and I had to sprint to the scene and end up taking a shot before he had dragged the hostage inside of a local hotel. But both of them were, utilizing a sniper rifle, sniper ammunition, but very different types of scenarios, very different types of setups as far as how they went down and how quickly they unfolded and up into the point that the trigger was pulled. If I was going to give advice to a young man or woman that was interested in sniping, whether it be law enforcement or military, what I would tell them is to take all the posters off your walls, paint the wall, and then you set yourself, 6-8 inches from that wall, and you stare at it while the paint dries. You're going to spend 8 hours, watching this paint thoroughly dry. And if it's dry again, you're going to then paint the wall again and repeat the task. And if you find enjoyment in that, as far as what a sniper normally does, you're going to be cut out for the task. It definitely requires somebody who's mature and patient and willing to tolerate that, while at the same time you have to physically beat your body into submission to do the things that any high-performance athlete needs to do if you're really going to do the job. Sometimes you have that, stereotypical, SWAT sniper or sniper call out where you're, stationary for hours leading up to the shot, and then other times you're grabbing your rifle out of the patrol car, out of the Humvee, and just quickly throwing it over the hood or sprinting to a location and letting a round fly in a matter of seconds. When the excitement comes, it comes with a boom, and it just can go from nothing to everything in the blink of an eye.